Hi there. This is a set of videos that I put together just for you. I look forward to reading your comments and receiving your suggestions on how to make these videos more enjoyable or ideas for specific content that you might have. Thanks for watching. Today, Porsches include a couple of turbos, a speedster, and more, plus a Ferrari 328. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a midnight blue 2004 911 coupe with 111,000 miles sold for $26,750. Not a bad car, just yellow. This was a fair sale. A seal gray 2006 Cayman S with 65,000 miles sold for $33,500. A big price for this Cayman. This was well sold. A silver 1982 911 SC with 188,000 miles presented by another great seller sold for $49,000. Lots of miles, adequately maintained, and a little high. This was well sold. A Meteor Gray 30,000 mile 2007 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $101,250. This sale is about right, a fair sale. A white over black 3,100 mile 2019 911 Speedster sold for $325,000. Sticker on this was $292,000, so not out of the current fair range, just overpriced to me. On the Ferrari side, a triple Nero 1988 328 GTS with 38,000 miles sold for $90,000. This seems to have been a fair sale on a better than average 328. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On Cars and Bids, a crystal green 1985 and a half Porsche 944 with 38,000 miles sold for $19,450. A fair sale price on an uncommon color. I like this. A speed yellow over black 2001 Boxster with 100,000 miles sold for $10,500. A bargain at this price, probably able to be flipped in a few months for $15,000. On P-Car Market, a blue 1966 912 Coupe race car, sorta, sold for $13,200. To me, this car is full of opportunities. This was well sold. A black 1994 Porsche 911 Turbo 3.6 with 66,000 miles sold for $301,000. Acquired at Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale last week for $286,000, this was not a great outcome for the seller. The sale price was fair. A handful of cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, February 15th. A black 39,000 mile 2005 911 C4S Coupe was bid to $38,569. An unrestored silver 1957 356A Coupe presented by a great seller was bid to $135,000. A seal gray over black 26,000 mile 2005 911 Turbo S Cabriolet was bid to $59,000. A silver rose 1988 944 Turbo S with 60,000 miles was bid to $23,952. A Gaio Modena 2001 Euro Ferrari 360 Spider with 14,000 kilometers was bid to $111,000. On Cars and Bids, a black vinyl wrapped Porsche Carrera GT with 8,000 miles was bid to $600,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, 8 911s and a pair of Boxsters, a Cayman, and a couple of Italians, one an F430. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a triple black 1999 911 Cabriolet with 100,000 miles sold for $21,450. A very clean 996. This was well purchased. A Meteor Gray over Gray 22,000 mile 2008 911 C4S Cabriolet sold for $65,000. A 997 with lobster forks and a big price tag. This was well sold. A black 18,000 mile 2003 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $89,000. This was a well-sold 996, top of market. A silver over blue 1987 911 Targa with 51,000 miles sold for $93,000. An honest Targa in a great color combination, this was beyond fair. Well sold. A marine blue rest of world 1990 911 C4 Coupe with 69,000 kilometers presented by a great seller sold for $111,111. Increasingly uncommon, these are nice cars. I think this was just a little beyond fair. A chalk over black 2020 Boxster Spider with 4,800 miles sold for $121,000. Sticker on this was $134,000. This was well sold, but probably at about market price. A Venetian blue 25,000 mile 1987 911 Turbo Coupe M505 slant nose sold for $215,000. I don't really take to the flat noses. This seems like it was a fair result. On the Italian side, an illuminated single-sided Ferrari Dino sign measuring 20 by 15 inches sold for $6,500. It's a sign. Well sold. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you receive notice about tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On Cars and Bids, a triple black 2006 Porsche Boxster with 64,000 miles sold for $17,000. Another convertible well purchased in winter. This was a more than decent 987. A Grigio Titanio Ferrari F430 Berlinetta 6-speed conversion with 27,000 miles sold for $122,000. I like this car, and it was a fair sale today. On PCAR Market, a black 2005 911S with 161,000 miles sold for $32,500. This 997 sold on the high side given the mileage. A Vesuvio 2000 911 C4 Millennium Edition with 47,000 miles sold for $32,500. A limited edition infrequently encountered exterior color with an all brown field of sorghum inside. I'll compare these last two cars in today's short video. Two cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, February 16th. A Speed Yellow 32,000 mile 2006 Cayman S was bid to $31,750. An Anthracite Brown 9,000 mile 2013 911 S Coupe was bid to $83,500. Although listed on the site as sold, the comments state that the seller decided not to accept the high bid. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include 911s, turbos, a Sport Classic, and a Ferrari 348. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a modified 911 twin-plug 2.8-liter engine sold for $32,500. A dyno run measured output at 253 horsepower, and I think this was a fair sale. A Midnight Blue modified 2008 Cayman S 3.8-liter with 38,000 miles sold for $39,750. Bored out and with an added limited slip differential, coilover suspension, new sway bars and end links, big Brembo brakes, and more, this car was well purchased. A Carrera White 2007 911 GT3 with 74,000 miles presented by a great seller sold for $121,000. Sold on this platform in October 2021 for $114,000 when it had 71,000 miles. Today's sale was fair. A Grand Prix White modified 1974 911 Carrera Coupe 2.7-liter sold for $162,000. Twice sold on this platform before this sale, in 2020 for $155,000 and in 2022 for $146,000. Today's sale seems fair. A black 1996 911 Turbo with 55,000 miles sold for $203,000. $200,000 is a lot of money. For this car, it's possible that it may not drop below this price in the future. This was a fair sale. A Guards Red, Rest of World 1993 911 Turbo 3.6 liter with 67,000 kilometers, sold for $302,000. $300,000 is a lot of money. In a few of the photos, the Guards Red looks a bit pink. The other day, we had a black 3.6 on P-Car Market, and it brought $301,000. I think these are two great data points. This was a fair sale. A few days ago, I missed the sale. A black and orange 2010 Cayenne S Trans-Siberia with 133,000 kilometers sold for $70,500. A Canadian market example, I think this was well sold. Others say it was fair. It's too much. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over beige 1994 348 Spider with 53,000 miles sold for $64,000. A little higher on miles than most, this 348 was still a fair sale. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On Cars and Bids, a black over an angry sea of gray 2003 Porsche Boxster with 108,000 miles sold for $9,111. Another bargain winter sale convertible and a nice 986.2. An Arctic Silver 2008 Cayman with 100,000 miles sold for $21,250. This was a fair sale price on an above-average car that's had its transmission and headers recently replaced. A Seal Gray over Black, 68,000-mile 2003 911 Cabriolet sold for $24,750. A nice 911, this was also a fair sale. On P-Car Market, a Guards Red over Cashmere and Black 1990 Porsche 911 Cabriolet with 104,000 miles sold for $45,000. This is the way to inexpensively buy a 964. Buy a cab, especially in winter. This car also needs attention in the dash area, and the interior wouldn't be among my first half dozen choices. This was well purchased. A Sport Classic Gray 2011 911 Sport Classic with 386 miles sold for $611,250. One of 250 Sport Classics, this was a huge sale price. Very well sold. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. A painting of a Porsche 911 GT3 measuring 33 by 50 inches sold for $1,510. It's an artwork. It was a fair sale. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a 356, a 914, a couple of engines, 911s in E, S, SC, and 993 versions, a 968, and my weekly preview of upcoming sales. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a 1974 911 2.7-liter engine sold for $68.99. This was likely a fair sale. A 1969 911E engine sold for $10,250. This purchase was a gamble. It was listed as running before being removed 15 years ago. This was perhaps fair. A slate gray over black 1994 968 Cabriolet with 58,000 miles sold for $18,000. This needs a bit of maintenance and a set of tires, but it was a well-purchased 968. A Tangerine GT style flat 6 powered 1976 914 sold for $40,000. An interesting car, this seems like a fair sale. A beige over beige 1981 911 SC Targa with 121,000 miles sold for $41,750. A car with a number of opportunities, this too was a fair sale. A red 1960 356B Coupe sold for $63,356. Another car with many items to rectify, this may have been a fair sale. A repainted red 1973 911S Targa project car sold for $61,500. Originally silver, this is trouble, and I would suggest well sold. A Grand Prix white, 39 years owned, 1978 911 SC with 41,000 miles sold for $88,500. Low miles, full history, good condition, and worth the sale price. This was a fair sale. A Midnight Blue, 1996 911 C4S with 55,000 miles sold for $130,000. A nice car overall, and the price wasn't too high, just a little over fair. On the Ferrari side, an illuminated single-sided sales and service sign measuring 26 by 8 inches sold for $3,600. It's a sign. Well sold. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On P-Car Market, a chalk 1977 Porsche 911S IROC Tribute sold for $175,000. A nice build using quality components, weighing 2,200 pounds and producing 350 horsepower, high performance is assured, and this was likely not a fair sale as there was only one bidder. An illuminated single-sided Porsche sign measuring 12 feet by 9 inches located in England sold for $4,100. It's a sign. Well sold. The following cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with reserves not met, February 18th and 19th. An Atlas Gray 2007 Cayman S with 91,000 miles was bid to $19,000. A repainted Tangerine 1967 912 soft window Targa was bid to $58,000. A Biarritz White 10,000 mile 2001 Boxster S was bid to $22,750. A Burgundy 3.2-liter powered 1971 911E Targa was bid to $90,000. On the Ferrari side, a red over beige 27 years owned 1982 308 GTS-I was bid to $60,000. And now in upcoming sales, a Carmine Red 2018 Porsche 911 GT3 has a current bid of $163,000. A GT Silver over Blue 2008 911 Turbo Cabriolet has a current bid of $23,000. A Diamond Blue over Silver Blue 1988 911 Targa Commemorative Edition has a current bid of $80,000. A Slate Gray over Ascot Brown and Black 2022 Boxster Spider Triple Lot Package has a current bid of $150,982. A Lagoon Green 1987 911 Coupe has a current bid of $40,000. A Guards Red over Black and Gray 1994 911 Speedster has a current bid of $113,000. A white 2002 911 GT2 track car has a current bid of $41,996. An Oslo Blue over Red 1955 356 Pre-A Speedster has a current bid of $210,000. A black 6,000-mile 1991 Ferrari Testarossa has a current bid of $150,000. A Rosso Corsa Euro 1989 Ferrari Testarossa has a current bid of $215,000. A Burgundy 1966 Ferrari 330 GT 2+2 Series 2 has a current bid of $189,000. On P-Car Market, a 2022 911 GT3 Touring has a current price of $225,750. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches range from 356 project cars to 997s, and Ferraris include a 348 and a brace of four-seaters, Mondial 456 and 612. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a matte black 1970 914 sold for $12,550. The matte finish does not do this car any favors. Despite this, at this price it was likely fair. A primer gray, 23 years owned, 1957 356A 1600 Coupe project car sold for $46,000. lots and lots and lots of work will be required here. The potential upside is over $200,000 if the finish line is approached. Best of luck. This seems like a huge challenge. This was well sold. A Grand Prix White, modified, 1987 911 Coupe with 111,000 miles, sold for $63,500. This appears to be a lot of car for the money. The welded flares look okay, but could be improved without venting front and rear, in my opinion. This was a fair sale. A speed yellow Canadian market 52,000 kilometer 2004 911 Coupe sold for $37,500. A very clean 996. This was sold just above fair. Well sold. A repainted Viper Green modified 1977 911S twin plug 3.2 liter sold for $115,930. Originally silver, to many this car looks good. It seems to have had a rough life but now attracts many admirers. This was well sold. An Atlas Gray over black and blue modified 33,000 mile 2004 911 Cabriolet sold for $34,587. In addition to the seat mods, carbon fiber has been added. 2 strikes and stripes. This was well sold. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over beige 37,000 mile 1989 348 TS sold for $82,848. A well-loved and maintained 348, this was a fair sale. Another Rosso Corsa over beige 1989 Mondial T Cabriolet with 38,000 miles sold for $49,250. The photography of this car makes the car look much darker red in most photos. Regardless, this was a fair sale. An Argento Nürburgring 45,000 mile 2005 612 Scaglietti sold for $165,000. Another car with lots of inherent value, this was well purchased. A murdered out Nero 43,000 mile 1995 456 GT sold for $65,500. Much more pleasant looking on the inside. This sale price was a bargain, but there is a set of work due. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. On P-Car Market, a nice seal gray 42,000 mile 2005 Porsche 911 sold for $45,000. This cocoa interior is often polarizing. It looks like it might be okay, but my time with this color has been limited. I'm not sure if it would feel like it's too much. Maybe. Regardless, this was close enough to fair to call it so. A cobalt blue over stone gray 34,000 mile 2006 Boxster S sold for $26,500. Forked up wheels and a rocky gray interior still don't detract from the wonderful cobalt blue. This was well purchased. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a 356 and a handful of 911s, including 2 turbos and a Ferrari F355. Hi there. Today on Bring a Trailer, a Guards Red 1987 911 Coupe with 135,000 miles sold for $81,000. Not a great Guards Red. Otherwise, this is a clean car. This was well sold. A Seal Gray 46,000 mile 2003 911 Turbo Coupe X50 with 46,000 miles sold for $87,000. Another nice looking gray. This is getting a bit on the high side for a 996 Turbo, and it was well sold. A red 1955 Porsche showroom banner measuring roughly 13 by 5 feet sold for $27,356. Made by the same company previously supplying the National Socialists, this 68-year-old item was sent to a dealer that, upon arrival, put it in storage and never displayed it. This new old stock banner was well sold. On the Ferrari side, a Grigio Titanio Euro 1997 F355 Berlinetta with 82,000 kilometers, sold for $147,000. A big price for a higher mileage Ferrari with some paintwork and due for service. This was well sold. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On Cars and Bids, a white 2018 Porsche Cayman S with 8,000 miles sold for $60,555. This 718 was well sold. On P-Car Market, a silver over black modified 1973 914 2.3 liter sold for $30,500. Big dollars, and another car well sold. A GT Silver 49,000 mile 2004 911 40th Anniversary Edition sold for $41,500. A fair sale price. This auction was messy with IMS comments. A wine red 1982 911 SC with 123,000 miles sold for $47,000. A car with some nagging maintenance issues that may or may not have been resolved. This was perhaps a fair sale. A speed yellow 28,000 mile 2007 911 Turbo sold for $106,997. A nice low mileage 997 Turbo that sold with a speed yellow premium. Very cool. A black and red modified 1964 356C sold for $125,000. My guess is that this was not a fair sale, as there was just a single bid. One Porsche on Bring a Trailer was bid with its reserve not met today, February 21st. An ice gray over black 2023 911 Targa 4 GTS with 244 miles was bid to $205,000. Sticker was $190,280. Blame it on the goofy red roof and greed. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include some 911s, some turbos, a GT3, and a Ferrari 328. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a red modified Subaru-powered 1973 914 project car sold for $10,000. Yesterday we had a black 914 that sold for about this price with the proper engine. Today's car, not attractive even as a project, was well sold. A stone gray 1986 944 sold for $10,100. This paint doesn't pop. The car is equipped with sport seats that need recovering, and it's probably still possible to make this into a nice car and stay within the fair value range. An Arctic Silver 2004 911 Coupe with 52,000 miles sold for $34,250. The interior is a sea of gray, yet this is a clean car that was well sold. Another Arctic Silver 911, this a 2007 with 59,000 miles, sold for $37,000. This is an appropriately priced 997, yet it comes across as a bargain relative to other recent sales. A repainted gold 1982 911 SC Coupe with 123,000 miles sold for $43,000. Originally platinum, this 911 was recently listed in another marketplace for $60,000. Today's price seems fair. A black 13,000 mile 2004 911 C4S Coupe sold for $50,500. A very low mileage, desirable car. This was a justifiably high price and a fair sale. A seal gray 2003 911 Turbo Coupe with 117,000 miles sold for $54,996. Although high on miles, this Turbo is very nice, and I think the sale price is a bargain. A Carmine Red 2018 911 GT3 with 11,000 miles sold for $171,000. Sticker on this car was $171,000. That's a sweet deal for the seller. Buy the car, drive it a couple thousand miles a year, and 5 years down the road, sell it for the same price that you paid. I'd sign up for that anytime. Well sold. A black over gray 1989 911 Cabriolet with 44,000 miles sold for $59,000. I like this, and the buyer received a bargain price. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over Crema 1989 328 GTS with 45,000 kilometers sold for $110,000. Another clean car, this may not have sold. The seller seems to have had second thoughts once the bidding reserve price was met. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On P-Car Market, a Guards Red 1987 Porsche 911 Turbo slant nose M505 with 114,000 miles sold for $90,250. All in all, probably a fair sale, but the pre-sale prep was non-existent. Look at these seats. A Grand Prix White 27,000 mile rest of world 1992 911 Turbo located in Switzerland sold for $206,000. Look at those seats. Porsche script inserts. This 964 was well sold. An illuminated single-sided roof sign measuring 8 by 4 feet sold for $4,500. It's a sign. Well sold. One car on Bring a Trailer was bid with its reserve not met today, February 22nd. A black 1992 Porsche 911 Carrera RS with 25,000 kilometers was bid to $350,000. Look! That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches range from a 356 Roadster to a 2022 Spider and a 328 GTS on the Ferrari side. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, an Arctic Silver 29,000 mile 2008 Cayman S sold for $36,900. A sale just on the high side of fair, this was well sold. A black 50,000 mile 2003 911 C4S Coupe sold for $42,250. C4Ss are some of my favorites. This was a fair sale on a clean car. A great looking GT Silver over Blue 2008 911 Turbo Cabriolet with 89,000 miles sold for $64,000. Perhaps the combination of relatively high mileage and an accident spooked bidders, this was well purchased. Speaking of well purchased, an Arctic Silver 2004 911 GT3 with 70,000 miles sold for $88,996. Again, high mileage may have limited bidding on this, and as such, it was well purchased. A black 23,000 mile 2003 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $87,500. While the sale price is high for a 996 Turbo, this low mileage example was a fair sale. A diamond blue over silver blue 1988 911 Targa commemorative edition with 39,000 miles presented by a great seller sold for $120,000. I like this color combination, celebrating the production of the 250,000th 911. This car was a fair sale. I'll show more and talk about the car in today's short video. A ruby red over black 1960 356B Roadster sold for $135,000. Assuming all is mostly as represented by the seller, this appears to have been a bargain price. A slate gray over Ascot Brown 2022 Boxster Spider triple lot package with 5,000 miles sold for $200,000. Sticker on this 718 was $174,000. This interesting car was well sold. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you don't miss tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On P-Car Market, a modified 45,000 mile 2003 911 Turbo X50 sold for $65,750. Lots of performance-oriented upgrades have been made to this car. Suspension, engine, transmission, brakes, lots. This was a fair sale. A Nero over Nero 1987 Ferrari 328 GTS with 66,000 miles sold for $65,000. This above-average car was well purchased. Two cars on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, February 23rd. A Bahia Red 1970 Porsche 911S Targa was bid to $134,000. A Nero 6,000-mile 1991 Ferrari Testarossa was bid to $155,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, a small group of Porsches only, a 912, 911s, a Turbo, a Boxster, and a Cayman. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a triple black 1999 Boxster with 54,000 miles sold for $13,000. Very much a bargain. This is a decent 986. A repainted white 1976 912E with 143,000 miles sold for $40,000. Originally green, this was a fair sale. Speaking of green, an aventurine green Euro 1995 911 Coupe with 129,000 kilometers sold for $95,000. A clean 993, this was also a fair sale. A black 22,000-mile 2008 911 Turbo Coupe sold for $128,000. Another nice car, this was well sold. On PCAR Market, a black 24,000-mile 2018 Cayman S sold for $58,263. Likely stickered in the 70s, this also was well sold. A Porsche 917 painting measuring 50 by 33 inches sold for $1,000. It's an artwork, and the seller promised a portion of the proceeds will benefit earthquake victims in Syria, Turkey. This was a fair sale. Two Porsches on Bring a Trailer were bid with their reserves not met today, February 24th. A graphics-laden 1987 911 Coupe art car by Marcel Barbeau was bid to $42,000. This car sold last July for $86,000, and I called it very well sold. As it turns out, that buyer reneged on the sale. A triple black 16,000-mile 2001 911 Cabriolet was bid to $32,500. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a Speedster, a GT2, a 992, and on the Ferrari side, a 348 Spyder. Hi there. In Porsche sales today on Bring a Trailer, a Lagoon Green 1987 911 Coupe with 102,000 miles sold for $63,500. The linen interior is a bit light, but this was a good value on a 3.2 coupe. A night blue 15,000-mile 2021 911S Coupe sold for $124,000. Sticker on the car was $138,000. I'd call this a fair sale. A repainted white modified 2002 911 GT2 track car with GT3 RSR composite panels sold for $125,000. Originally Arctic Silver, this is a 900 horsepower monster, and it sold at a fair price. A Polar Silver, one owner, 1996 911 C4S with 54,000 miles sold for $164,993. A fat sale price for this car, very clean and very well sold. A Guards Red 1994 911 Speedster with 36,000 miles sold for $185,000. A bit of an overdose in red, this Speedster was sold with the last bid $49,000 higher than the previous bid. I'd call that a knockout. An illuminated, single-sided individual letter Porsche sign measuring 38 feet by 2 feet sold for $22,911. It's a big sign. Well sold. On the Ferrari side, an Azzurro Hyperion over blue 27,000-mile 1994 348 Spyder sold for $91,864. An extremely uncommon color on this chassis. 2 came to the US, 4 were produced worldwide. This was a strong but fair sale on a solid car. I'll show more and talk about this car in today's short video. One car on Bring a Trailer was bid with its reserve not met today, February 25th. A Guards Red 1978 911 SC with 54,000 miles was bid to $45,250. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well. Today, Porsches include a couple of Targas, a turbo slant nose, and on the Ferrari side, a pair of 348s. Hi there. Porsche sold on Bring a Trailer today include a Guards Red over Black 2003 Boxster S with 92,000 miles that sold for $16,500. An absolute bargain price. This was a good-looking 986. A 1961 Porsche Junior 108 diesel tractor sold for $26,250. Nice driving video on this one. It was likely a fair sale. A gorgeous petrol blue over black 1980 911 SC Targa with 89,000 miles sold for $72,911. Not a perfect car, but seemingly perfect paint. This was a fair sale price, made a bargain by the color. Another lovely blue 911 Targa, this a Venetian blue over blue 1987 with 40,000 miles presented by a great seller, sold for $120,000. Outside the ballpark I would call fair, this was well sold. I'll show more and talk about these blue beauties in today's short video. A silver 1987 911 Turbo Coupe M505 slant nose with 45,000 miles sold for $235,000. Silver isn't my favorite. Slant noses aren't my favorite either. However, this was a fair sale price. On the Ferrari side, a Rosso Corsa over tan Euro 12,000 kilometer 1992 348 TS sold for $97,000. A low mileage import, this was a fair sale. An illuminated single-sided Ferrari sign measuring approximately 2 by 13 feet sold for $27,000. It's a sign. Well sold. If you're enjoying this content, hit that like button, and to ensure that you receive notice about tomorrow's show, go ahead and subscribe. On Cars and Bids, another open-top Ferrari 348, this a Rosso Corsa over beige 1994 Spider with 75,000 miles sold for $64,348. Due for a service, this is still a fair value on a driver Spider. On PCAR Market, a black 1996 Porsche 911 C4S Aero Kit with 83,000 miles sold for $88,559. Whew. To me, that negative script needs to go. Otherwise, this is an attractive car, fairly sold today. One Porsche on Bring a Trailer was bid with its reserve not met February 26th or 27th. An Arena Red 1997 911 Coupe with 6,000 miles was bid to $126,000. Two Ferraris did not meet reserve. A Burgundy 1966 330 GT 2+2 Series 2 was bid to $265,000. A Rosso Corsa 1989 Ferrari Testarossa with 204 kilometers was bid to $294,000. That's a wrap for today. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Be well.